question 6, I gave you this question because we went through the reactions of metals and non-metals with oxygen quite quickly with the gas jars in the front, and I demonstrated them. And certainly magnesium is one where they could ask you what you would see. So when magnesium burns in air, you definitely get a bright white light. Hopefully you remember that. That's the one that you're not supposed to look at. And then we need to think of some other things. So we would get a white solid formed. So magnesium is in group 2. Group 2 and group 1 make white compounds. So it doesn't matter whether it's an oxide, a chloride, whatever. You'll remember our tests for ions. Everything just came out white if you used like anything from group 1 or group 2. But you're meant to know the colour of magnesium oxide as well. So then we have some choices. Well, magnesium is definitely a metal. So I'm going to get it down to C and A as my choices. It definitely can't be the ones with a non-metal, because I can look at where magnesium is on the periodic table. It's really far left. It's definitely a metal. It looks like a metal. All metal oxides. Think back what we've been doing with acids and bases. Copper oxide reacts with acid. Zinc oxide reacts with acid. That tells us if they're reacting with acids, metal oxides must be basic, i.e. they are what you might think of still as alkali, but they don't dissolve, so therefore that's why we call them bases instead. So they react with acids. Following on from that then, if we know that it's a base, and some of it might react a little bit with water and form an alkali solution, that means the litmus paper will turn blue. And we can't have purple there because litmus only goes red or blue. If it was purple, it would actually be in the middle and be neutral. The ion responsible. Okay, so this could be confusing. You're like, I don't know, what's going on? What are you talking about? If a question says the ion responsible for an indicator colour, for a pH, for whether something's acids or alkali, this is blue, this is high pH, base, alkali, whatever you want to call it, it's this ion that we write down, hydroxide. So you could write OH minus, you could write hydroxide. Don't write just OH because it's got to have a charge. If the question said, if it was an acid and it said identify the ion, that is when we would write H+. So those are only two options for talking about why something is acid or alkali. H+ is acid, OH minus is alkali.